I want to feel comfortable.
I sound like the dog whisperer. I'm like, you know.
What's his name? Caesar
Malone. Oh my God.
Malone.
I used to like watch him every Saturday.
Oh my God. Okay. This is gonna be the start because we all introduce ourselves in a second. But can I tell you what I fucking used to watch all the goddamn time?
Sorry, tell me.
Okay.
Okay, we're not going to talk about Shane Dawson.
No. This week is not about Shane. Okay. Hi everyone. I'm Rebecca Marlene. Or Beat Bootbacks. Welcome to the Empty Podcast. Blah blah blah.
I haven't heard you say your screen name in a long time, Becca.
Oh.
Did you say it in the last episodes?
I don't know.
Like I remember it in the first episode.
What, Rebecca Marlene or Beat Bootbacks?
The little Beat Bootbacks part.
Oh, I think I say it. Maybe not. Doesn't matter. Beat Bootbacks on Instagram. Regardless. So I used to watch River Monsters. Did you guys ever watch that show? I think that's what it was called. It was literally this guy who would just fish. He would just he would just go fishing and he would get these fucking terrifying looking fish. Like so scary looking. It was definitely called River Monsters. Excuse my typing, but I have to.
I already found it. Like Jeremy Wade is the host.
Yes. Okay. I had this crippling fear. Oh my gosh. Even the first photo. I'm going to pop it up on screen right now. The first photo I've seen. Because this lets you know why I'm terrified of fish half the time. And like, these weren't like always ocean fish. These were terrifying fish that you can find in like the lakes. Have you ever seen a pike? That's like a Canadian fish. Oh my God. Terrifying. And so like, it's not that I'm scared of water. I just don't like not knowing what's underneath me. I think that's normal. So
yeah, I think that's pretty fair.
I would watch this show religiously. And then I would like be traumatized. And every summer I would be like tubing at my friend's cottage. And I would be like, you have to hold on for dear fucking life or else the river monsters will get you. It was really great. I love it for me.
What's this?
That seems very familiar. It looks like a scary what are they called? Not manatee. Maybe manatee. Sea cow? Yeah. Or like a walrus. But that's the thing. I respect fish. I mean, I work at a pet store. I work with fish all day. What the fuck, God?
Yeah, like what's...
What did you shit out the back door? What did you throw up? You were taking like ideas that you're like, no, and you threw it back and it bounced off the can and fell into earth. And that is what this fish that Will just sent me is because no.
Yeah, the spikes on the back. I don't know what's going on with the mouth there. It looks like it's got lots of flaps going on.
Honestly, maybe when I look in the mirror some days, this is what I see. This is what I feel like when I have my no mirror days, which are days where I'm like, you know what? I don't want to look at myself today, which is fine. You know, I'm not going to be vain. I'm not going to look at myself. I feel like a river monster. Maybe there's a little river monster in all of us.
Is Jeremy, what's his name? Jeremy Wade? Is he going to make you his next catch?
I have never hated something more than the fact that you just said that. All right. Well, there's our little flashback for the start of the episode. Once again, I am your one host, one of three, Rebecca Marlene, or Beat Bootbacks. Apparently, I don't say it enough. And I am joined by my two lovely co-hosts.
Again, you know who I am, but a little smooch.
Ooh. Well, I'll introduce him since the smooch isn't enough for me. That's my little Will.
The little Will that you have?
I keep him in my pocket.
Oh my god, I love that. I'm Faith.
She's Faith. We love Faith. We're here. We're
I'm
queer.
Here. I'm queer. Full of existential fear, you know.
Did we?
Oh my God.
Did we just say that at the same time by accident?
No, it was really on
think so.
purpose.
Yeah, we texted each other. We're like, we got to say something about us being
I
queer.
can't wait until
it
we
needs
say
to
this
happen.
in synchronization.
I can't wait until the world finally knows our truths.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so
We share one brain cell.
we do. There's just one, and it's gonna be stretched today. So this week on the Empty Podcast, we have a lot in store. We all came to the table today, and we're like, yeah, I want to talk about this. Yeah, I want to talk about this. So we have lots to get through. So I'm not gonna waste a dull moment, but I will say it's gonna get a little deep today, and that's not to say we're not gonna laugh a little and have some fun, but we're definitely going to talk about a lot of serious things have happened this week, and I think, you know what, we got to talk about it. So stick around. Maybe if you're having a bad day, feeling down, you don't want anything too heavy, we have, I think last week I've never laughed more. It was so much fun. So maybe listen to that first. Get your mood up. Stick around on this one, whatever you like, whatever you're comfortable with.
I'm sure we'll manage to find some light in the situations that we're going to talk about today.
Oh yeah.
So, look forward to making dumb jokes with us because
let's swing right into James Charles' lovely lady bumps. All right. We're back. Sister Will. Everyone's sister now.
Okay, we're all sister. Got it.
we are the
King
church
Sis
of
Will.
the gays.
Got my Starbies.
Got his Starbies. I should have told you to get that pink drink.
I feel like I got my coffee, my salted caramel. I can't read the rest of it, but
Okay, so you subbed the pinkity drinkity for a caramel waramel.
yeah, I guess I'm
just gonna leave.
A slut for it.
Oh, she's a slut for it. I love that.
You know what? I used to hate iced coffee too, like with a passion. Oh, but now I love it.
It is a downward slope from here. And I saw this TikTok about this espresso machine that's like, it's not like a machine, it's just something like you like pound the coffee into and pop it on the stove, and it makes espresso, and it's like super cheap, and I'm like, oh god, oh no, I'm gonna have to buy it.
In the
Well, I mean, you've got the money.
All right, sister, I do not. Have you seen the housing market? We're not going to talk about the housing market.
I love non-affordable housing.
Who hates adult things?
Okay,
All
I
right.
actually like talking about the housing market.
I
so thanks for making fun of me.
I definitely just slapped you in the fucking face. I'm so sorry. All right.
Ew, who likes that?
Probably James Charles. James Charles will talk to you about the housing market.
Oh god, yeah.
All right.
All right, let's keep going about James Charles though.
Because I cannot. Pictures up on screen. I'm putting it up right now. James Charles. Baby boy, baby king boy, sister, slut queen. He posted this photo. I think it was, it was for a video. I think it's a video thumbnail. He posted this photo of pregnant him. I think it was like being pregnant for a day, or I'm pregnant or something like that. Just think of a YouTube clickbait. I'm not even gonna go on YouTube and search for it. I'm just gonna guess at it. Okay, wait. Don't tell us. Me and Faith have to guess what the clickbait YouTube title is. I think that's a really fun game. Play along at home.
How many guesses?
One. Whoever's
just
closer.
One guess.
One guess.
Okay, I'm ready. Bring him in.
Okay, Faith.
My pussy
you go
be
first.
bopping with BBs.
Fair,
you think he posted that? Okay, I think I'm in the clear for a win. Faith, he did not post that on YouTube. What's her face would have taken that down in a hot minute. We love that though. I wish it was my bussy be poppin'. Be boppin'.
He would never though.
No, James Charles doesn't
He's
have a
too
bussy.
afraid.
You know that is not Nikocado avocado level bussy.
True.
I love.
Can we not talk about Nikocado avocado's
But
pussy,
I
though?
love his bussy. I've never been more inspired in my life. How are we off topic? But Nikocado avocado's bussy inspires me. I feel like it's like I'm expecting.
All right, so that's our final guess.
Yeah, I'm expecting.
Bussy poppin', and I'm expecting. So, I hate to inform you that
Oh my
you're
god, you're
both
telling me the
actually
bussy
wrong.
bopping is wrong?
Who is closer though?
So, I would say
Faith. It's Faith, isn't it?
neither of you were
Okay.
really close. It's 24 hours
Oh,
being
straight to the-
pregnant. Pregnant in all caps. We're hitting 2
Straight to the
exclamation
point.
marks right after it.
Honestly,
Yeah,
you know what? Being pregnant for 24 hours is probably like, it's probably you gotta pee
Probably.
and you're hungry. He straps on this little belly and he's like, oh, it's so heavy. I don't give a shit about the back pain. You know what I don't like? Having to pee every 2 seconds. I hear that is such a pain. You do not realize what that feels like. I have had it described to me by, I know people who were pregnant at
Yeah.
one point. Crazy. It's like you're on that road trip and you're like, oh, we're half an hour out from a rest station and there's nothing. Maybe this is just a Canadian thing because Canada's huge. You're like, we are like an hour, 45 minutes out from the next rest station and I have to pee right now. And then you hold it for that 45 minutes and you're like grabbing your bladder like this is definitely gonna help. You're like sitting up. This is like, I'm being so real and human right now. I'm sure, I don't know. Like, I definitely don't think anyone from Europe feels this way because when I went to Europe, I mean, let's say in specific, when I went to Wales and Britain, you're across the country in like a couple hours. In Canada, you're like 2.2 little millimeters on the map over. So, back to James. Jamesy. Honestly, she's a cute pregnant woman. I love it. She's busting.
I mean, I feel like
she's
the
glowing.
Covering the chest.
We need
I
the
don't
nip
know
slip.
if we need that, right?
Maybe
I
we.
need a James Charles nip slip, please.
I. If you want a James Charles nip slip, you can have a whole video on it. Remember when that was a thing where your perfect nude lipstick color is the same color as your nipple?
Is it?
He did. This was Block Brow James Charles, Minecraft Charles.
Minecraft
is
Charles.
what I'm gonna call it. He fucking painted that liquid lipstick all around his nipples. Oh my god! I can't believe I feel like I just like had a flashback, like. Maybe a little bit of YouTube PTSD
It's like
from
something-
James Minecraft Charles swatching liquid lipstick next to his
Like watching something
nipples.
you shouldn't, that you know you shouldn't.
I'm looking this up. Let's see if I can
Oh,
find it.
now Will's searching.
Oh, there it is.
He's sleuthing. I'm sure.
Okay.
Yeah, this was like a big thing. Honestly, so going off this, James Charles being pregnant, I thought it was just hilarious. She was serving. She was face-tuned
right.
to the gods. And I mean, he did the pregnancy photo right.
Yeah.
Like, he looks pregnant. That looks...
Yeah,
you
it does look like a pregnant mom.
People got... And everyone's like...
Is
Is
it
it
real?
real?
Don't come for me. I just feel like... Okay, I think everyone hates James Charles. Easy to hate. He is easy to hate. He annoys me. I'm not defending him. I don't watch him at all, but people went off. I cannot believe. Like, I saw this and I laughed. I thought it was hilarious. I laughed out loud.
Well, I mean, like, I kind of get why people are upset about it, though, right?
No.
To sit there and sum up a whole 8 months into a in quotes 24-hour YouTube video where you have to kind of simulate the ups and downs of it for yourself, where you can make those, you know, those ups as high as you want them and those downs maybe not as low as they actually are.
Yeah, I definitely see it, but I don't think it's unheard of to be like, oh, I'm gonna try being pregnant, I'm gonna wear this, you know. I feel like the Try Guys did it. I'm gonna wear a baby bump for a day, and you know, I'm gonna stimulate pregnancy with those, you know, like electric shocks on your body and that kind of stuff.
I think that's fine.
You think that, okay?
Yeah, no, I think that's fine because you can like crank it to the real deal, right?
Yeah.
There's no being a little pussy about it when you got those hooked up to your stomach.
So your issue is you think James Charles is a little pussy. Okay.
Yes.
Maybe James Charles just has a little pussy. Back to the bussy.
Pussy.
Cringe is so hard.
But people are really upset. This is not a joke. This is not okay. Are you guys seriously allowing this to be okay? And, you know, imagine trying to make female pregnancy cute and trendy for views.
That's where I'm kind of coming from. Right?
I can understand that. Because I just think... Sorry.
Oh, no. This was totally off topic, but I want to know whose baby that is.
It's a fake baby bump.
No, in the picture.
Oh, who does he flirt with? He flirts with everyone.
He flirts with Sykkuno, Jack, Septiceye. He flirts with everybody.
What's a straight guy that he can make uncomfortable by saying it's their baby?
Me. Oh, wait, I'm not straight.
Ted Cruz.
Okay. Maybe it's Biden's baby. No, I'm not going to do that to my baby boy.
Yeah, we're going to stop that.
Okay.
Biden and James Charles. I feel like we have a title here.
Ooh, let's ship it. And you know, the one that kind of made me upset, not upset, like I felt there for this person, you know, a bit insensitive for those who can't conceive. And honestly, I can understand where people are coming from. You know, I get it. I really don't think that was the intention, and we can hate James Charles all day long. I'm down with it. But I'm sure he wasn't like, oh, this is going to be so insensitive. He was probably like, you know what? People do these pregnancy videos all the time. You know, what's it like to have birth? All that kind of stuff. And they get so many views and so many likes. He probably was just like, you know what? I'm going to try it, and I'm going to do it more. He's going to extra it. So... I mean, I didn't even think twice about it, but maybe that's an issue on my end. I just thought the photo was absolutely phenomenal.
I don't think it's an issue on your terms. I think it's just more so like when you see photos like this already, you're always like, oh, that's really sweet. So when your first reaction is seeing something like this, it's like, this is hilarious. I absolutely love it. It's adorable. But when you kind of like reflect on it.
Oh, I don't think it's adorable. I think it is like so James Charles, which is why it's so fucking funny, because it's like, oh my god, are you you put so much effort into this motherfucker had a goddamn photo shoot with flowers. Like, that's my thing. I'm like, and like the little sonogram in the corner, maybe that's where it hits another level for me. He has a fake sonogram. Sister, stop. What are you doing?
Didn't Noah Cyrus do that?
Pardon me?
Or something? That might be off topic.
I have no idea.
My uneducated ass has no input.
Scratch it from the record, Judge.
So, I mean, I didn't know this many people did, like, pregnancy challenge. I just saw something called Phantom Pregnancy. Anyways,
yeah, I would just say...
It's just, like... But, like, there's these, like, hack channels, like 123 Go Boys and, like, Troom Troom.
Oh, you're giving shout-outs now?
Oh, no, we hate Troom Troom. Let's be honest. Troom Troom is fucking ridiculous. Okay.
Sorry, I had to get a blankie. I'm a chilly girl.
Blankie time.
And blankie time in the podcast. We're getting comfortable because we're getting ready to sip the tea.
The tea
this
is
week.
hot and simmy.
So, I mean, overall, props to Jim Charles for such a beautifully edited photo. But sister, stop. Like, it's just, I'm not even mad about it. I just think it's so extra. And, like, I was laughing. I was like, are you... What are you doing? And like, okay, my thought process is imagining, okay, let's say James Charles edited this himself, because he has shown that he is a Facetune queen. I just kind of, everyone close their eyes. All the listeners, close your eyes for a second. You know, imagine you take a little photo. You take a little photo. Maybe you look at your serving a look. And you're editing this photo of you fully nude, tucked to the gods, sitting in front of so many flowers. It's almost like Easter. Like, it feels like Jesus is being reborn or something. Like, it looks very extra.
Now hold on.
Okay,
Jesus got James Charles pregnant.
Wait, is that the title? Jesus got James Charles pregnant. Okay, wait. Everyone, close your eyes. Close your eyes again. Our eyes are closed. We're sister screaming with closure. Can you imagine him sitting and taking time with those long ass fake nails, like he's clickety clacking on that screen, fucking editing a photo of him with a goddamn baby bump? How, like, I just feel like if I was editing a photo of myself fully nude with a fake baby bump, like, I could not handle it. I just, like, you know what? Props to him for taking it. Like, I just imagine myself on a photo shoot for this and, like, posing for it. I would not be able to keep a serious face. I would be cracking up. I gotta give him props for looking so fucking snatched and, like, ready for that photo. I would be busting laughing.
I mean, do you know how much money he's probably riding on this video? He's
gotta get that MPreg in real life, man.
And you know what? He has those little toes in the bottom corner. Maybe he wants a better rate on WikiFeet. I just noticed them. Maybe that's where half of his clicks are coming from, is his little toesies down there. I see you.
So now we need to search all of James Charles' YouTube thumbnails just to see if his little tootsies are in them.
Maybe you should just search his WikiFeet score. Wait. Now we have to go to WikiFeet.
I don't know how to spell. Holy fuck.
I know how to spell.
He's got a 1 out of 5.
On WikiFeet?
Yeah.
Does he have any... What?
Tons of pictures on here, though. Oh, there's 24. Sorry, not tons.
No,
but
do you think they just hate... No. Not Charles Dance. Do you think they just hate James Charles, or does he actually have nasty feet? I'm so sorry for anyone who didn't think that this is where it was going, but it definitely is.
I mean, they just kind of... They're not like... Now, I'm not like a judge for feet or anything, but they're not all that.
The judge is out.
Oh, so I can zoom in. Ew.
Okay, James Charles.
I love how at the beginning we were like, this is going to be a really serious podcast, and we're talking about James Charles's feet.
I know. Is everyone serious? He has... why do they know his shoe size? I did not know. Wow, he has a bad rating.
Yeah, he's...
Poor Jamesy. Oh, I love... Oh my god. Wait. I am so sorry. We're going to take a little bit extra for this conversation about James Charles' feet. I'm going to read some of the comments. Coco says, I don't like his feet.
I feel that.
H3 Trooper. This is the H3 Foot Troops. Only people who listen to the H3 podcast and frenemies will understand this. Okay. IMMRTLU. I cannot speak. I love that for me. This comment confuses me. He wears a 10 on 5'9". Well, I'm sure he'd love seeing 4 inches. That's total garbage. Let's not try to stereotype too much. Well, oh my god, like, that feels like he's coming for James Charles's feet. Like, a lot of these people are just like ugly feet. Someone just posted a smiley face, but this person, he's coming for James Charles. Jamesy boy, I am sorry, but you really need to improve your foot game. Tell us what you think about... I don't think they're that bad. I don't think anyone would like to see my feet if they think James Charles' feet are bad. Sis is serving. I don't know. I am not too into James Charles's feet, but that was... Oh, it was a fun adventure we just went
out
on.
of 5?
Oh,
Since
God.
we have a star rating, what's our rating?
Now we have to... Okay, after this, we're doing Will's music. So
Yeah, we have to move on
we're
after this.
we're almost done with the feet convo. For anyone who really likes to suck on toes, your time is almost over. Now I have to look at pictures. Faith, you got to pull up pictures of his feet now.
Yeah, Faith, I'll send you the link.
Oh,
good. We're all here. Okay.
Oh my God, did you see the photo of him laying down? I totally thought it was like a different kind of shot.
Oh, with his feet up in the air?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're nothing
feet,
special.
really.
That's what I feel like. They're not like anything, like you said, they're not anything special, right? They're just like meh.
As long as they don't have like any gross on them, I don't see anything.
Okay.
Like what was I expecting?
The photos of him in the heels, I feel bad for his feet. That looks very painful. Black dress. Anyone on Wiki feet? Black dress, black heels. Baby
Anyone
girl.
on Wiki feet? Look up picture ID 4493652. You'll get what we're saying.
You'll know. Okay. I'm not impressed. Like, I'd say like a 2. I think everyone's being really hard on his feet. I don't think they're ugly, but I don't think they're necessarily pretty. You know what? I'm putting this out there. Tweet us. Tweet us at the Empty Podcast. What you think of James Charles's feet?
4 feet. Becky, nah.
I really don't want them. So please do not send me a full picture. Don't be
We'll rate them 1 star.
Don't be little silly gooses. Oh, you're such a silly goose. Oh, look at you silly goose.
Oh my God, guys, hold on. 2 pictures were removed from this gallery.
Do you think they were too scandalous?
Holy shit, we have to...
I
Quickly!
need to find the lost.
They got the feet pics! Alright. And here's Will's music review. We're gonna... Cut!
Okay, so really quickly before we actually get into that. So we're gonna talk about some more music this week, guys. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, so we're gonna dig into something a little personal for me with this music. So we are going to be talking about July Talk. I don't know if you guys have ever listened to July Talk, just on your own, kind of for fun.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love them. Let me tell you, the last 2 songs, they were great, but they're not this to me, right? Like July Talk.
Your sister's shaking.
I love them. Okay, so it's like personal to me because these were actually the first people I've ever seen live. I never ever went to concerts. And then I fell in love with them and heard they were coming to our area, which I don't know if you guys want to say where any
Wow, fuck it. They went on a tour. Faith.
Yeah. So no, but they came by and I said, okay, well, I don't really like concerts, blah, blah, blah. Maybe I'll go.
They came by the house.
Yeah, they came by my house. And so I remember I heard about the concert months before it was going to happen, and I was like, yeah, maybe. And then I met my boyfriend, who had also never been to a concert before, and I got him hooked on July Talk, and then that was our first concert we both ever saw together. So
Aww.
I remember this story.
It was great.
How gay.
Oh my God.
Very gay.
This was like...
I love
so
that.
like,
that's a cute.
Was that like 5 years
and then
ago
like,
now?
Oh my Lord, no, we've only been together for 4 years.
Let's not go there, Faith. You don't have to age them.
I'm
yeah,
old.
because they're totally
okay.
5 years old.
I mean, geezer. So, I mean, we've heard the song, but how would you describe it for the audience, for the listeners? Or you didn't even say the song title yet.
Yeah,
I didn't. I didn't talk about the album. I didn't say what it was. So it is from their 2020 album called Pray For It. And the song is called Governess Shadow.
It's really good.
And so, oh my god, I just
finished
starts,
listening to it.
Yeah. Oh, it's great, right?
Oof.
So, I know those are the only noises I can make about the song because it just sounds great.
How's your
the
bussy?
way it's
How's your bussy?
fucking moist for this song. Let me tell
I
you.
thought that would be the word.
Like
Shivering.
succulent,
It's shivering.
dripping. Yeah, it's like there's a
Ew.
lot going on right now just because
It's like
of
if
the song.
ASMR was in your puss.
Okay.
I'm sorry, bussy ASMR. Anyways,
Oh! Nikocado avocado, do not get to it, please.
yeah, this is our idea. If you steal it, you're canceled next, honey.
I feel like that's
Your
gonna
wiki
be
feet
like
will be fucking ruined.
it's gonna be the next Belle Delphine market thing.
Okay, so I just really like the song because I always say I like how it sounds, but I really do. It's got like a faster kind of tempo to it, a little bit of a faster pace.
I feel like I would even describe it as kind of like, it sounds a little pop punk. And but in a good way.
Like it sounds like a
my
old
lord.
school My Chemical Romance in a way for me.
Mm-hmm.
Or like
that's where I
It's
kind of get the pop
described
punk.
as a sawtoothed pop. I don't know how you would where that would
Sawtooth.
kinda...
Can we just give a round of applause for the way that Spotify classifies their music?
Sawtooth.
Yeah, like what the
A
fuck is
sawtooth
sawtooth pop?
Okay.
Oh, so my main thing with July Talk, and they don't do this in every song because they've both got their own distinct voices that I really enjoy, but when they start singing together, the way they just mix together and just they come into the ears really strong. You've got Peter's like deep guttural voice, and if you want to hear more of the deep voice, you'll want to go back and listen to any song from their album July Talk from 2014, because the more he gets softer as you go on through the albums, and you can tell it's almost like singing from where he was really took a toll.
I like the description of guttural. Can we
Yeah.
just give Will a round of applause for that's some Sister got confident in his terminology. A couple episodes ago, your little fingers were touching. You were like, "Oh, I don't make fun of my music terminology." And now you're throwing out guttural. Like
No,
it's
but like
no,
it really is. It's rough. It sounds like it's coming from like deep in the throat. Like it sounds like it hurts.
Like,
But I
Wow.
love it. Oh, it's just
Audio
rough
sex, basically.
and ragged.
Oof.
Yeah, but then you get like Leia's voice, and it's like really like
it's like they
I don't
contrast
want
each
to
other
say
really
it's
well,
kind of
right?
like a yeah, exactly. They work just so well together. The way her voice kind of cuts through his deep, like rough voice, it just works really well together. And then in this song, they have the main guitar's doing its jam. It sounds great. We love it. But then it kind of in the background, you can hear there's this other guitar making this almost siren or like whining noise. And I would describe it as really hollow, but I love it.
That's
I
amazing.
just love how it's kind of there in the background, accenting the whole song. And then at the end, when they start layering everything together, I love when songs do that, by the way. That's probably going to be a common thing here. I love layering at the end when we got like all the guitars and the drums and the little going in the background. It's great.
I love how passionate you are about like analyzing this. This is beautiful.
I literally, this is the only song I've listened to today. The last song I talked about, which you guys won't know about yet, I seriously listened to that song fucking like so much just because at the end there was a part where I wasn't sure if they added a sound halfway through the end or not.
Ooh.
And I had to
I
just
love
keep re-listening just to make sure. I love listening to music like
It's
this.
so funny because, like, I would never. But, like, with movies and stuff, oh, of course.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. That
Oh, no,
you have
I
that
slap
passion.
on, like, the good headphones because I got some nice
shit.
ones. I'll just
He
sit down
slapped
just
them
to
on.
listening.
Slap that bitch.
Like, I dedicate time just for listening. So,
I love that.
Amazing.
you know, my reviews may not be quality, but holy
I
fuck.
think
That
they're
I
was-
recommend some good-ass music. You guys need to listen to July Talk right fucking now.
All right, I am definitely gonna link the song down below. Feel free to listen to it there or on Spotify. I'll have the title and everything down below, so don't worry about writing it down right now. It's okay. Yeah, and honestly, tweet us your reviews at the Empty Podcast on Twitter, and we are now also on Spotify. So after you listen to July Talk, you can listen to the last couple episodes of The Empty in comfort. If you don't want to listen to it on YouTube, that's all right. We're going to be on major podcasting platforms, which I will, I guess, do a little list at the end.
We're pretty excited about it.
But we are excited about it. We have been chatting. Okay, go.
Just super quick. If anyone has music recommendations, comment, send them. I really love listening to new music.
Yeah.
I only don't like country.
I'm open to it. I don't like it, but I'll listen to it.
Begrudgingly, I am willing to, yeah.
Okay, I'll listen to everything else and they'll listen to country.
We love it.
I'll get my mom to listen
All
to
right,
it.
moving on. We gotta move on.
Okay.
Because we've been talking about feet and music for 40 minutes, which I love. All right. Okay, everyone.
We're here.
Do you like my little bit of a voice change? So then we know we're getting a little bit more serious.
Sounds sexy.
Okay, oh yeah, serious time.
We love it. So, me and Faith both had some things. Sorry, just have to exit out of WikiFeet real quick.
Excuse me while I close WikiFeet real quick, guys.
Just really quick.
Oh shit, maybe I should.
No, keep it up. I'll let your boyfriend find it.
Oh god.
Me and Faith both had some things we wanted to touch on. And I mean, if anyone listens to, one of my favorite podcasts, the Frenemies podcast or the H3 After Dark podcast, this week or last week, you definitely know about what is happening right now with the Vlog Squad allegations and, the cancellation of David Dobrik. And I know we throw around, canceled and cancel culture a lot. But really it's jokes. Like, I'm not going to speak for you guys, but I don't support cancel culture. Things happen 10 years ago. Like, you shouldn't ruin someone's life over it. Maybe they said the wrong thing or reacted wrong 10 years ago. As long as they show remorse and, are genuinely sorry. I think that's what matters. And people make mistakes. We're human. But there's a point for me where, I can't believe that David Dobrik is still getting so much support, and Jason Nash. But you know what? I'm guilty for supporting them as well. I used to be a huge fan. And I'm going to talk about this because anyone who knows, even though we have very little listeners at this point, if one person listens and is like, oh, that's fucked up, I'm going to say that's fucked up, then that's important. Mm-hmm. So, a lot of people have come forward. Co-host, you guys might not know these names. I know you know Trisha.
Oh, yeah.
But, people who used to be in the Vlog Squad, Trisha Paytas, Big Nick, Seth, and, obviously they talk about, issues of Dobrik not getting consent for bits and stuff like that, and them not wanting to do things, and him kind of pressuring into it. And you guys didn't watch the vlogs, but I remember watching the vlogs, and Seth, who is an African-American gentleman, he got pranked. And, he was upset about, a lot of racist things that he got brought into and stuff like that, which obviously is not acceptable in the slightest. It is terrible. But, he was like, they essayed me, and that's what they say on TikTok, so I'm going to say that. Saw. They have it on video too, which is absolutely insane. I remember watching this video. So basically the video that, you know, he got essayed in, which I feel terrible just saying, oh, I watched the video in which he got essayed. Right. And honestly, when I watched it, I didn't think twice. But like, it needs to be brought to light that I'm like, I think about it, I'm like, that is so fucked up. So in this video, I guess they talked to Seth and they're like, oh, we're gonna get you to make out blindfolded with our friend, or not blindfolded, we're gonna get you to make out with Corinna, which is like their really pretty friend who's a girl, you know, in an old man mask, and it's gonna be super funny. And so little did he know that it was, you know, 45-year-old Jason Nash making out with him instead. Ew. Of which, you know, he talks about, he's like, I did not consent to that. I did not consent to having this, you know, 40-year-old man's tongue in my throat. Like, I did not say that was okay. And, you know, as a person of color, you know, he got a lot of backlash. And, like, he's like, what do I tell my mom? What do I tell my friends? Like, this kind of stuff. Like, he just made out with a 45-year-old man online. And he felt like, I really, really, really stress people to go and watch the H3 interview with him, because it was really important to watch. You know, it messed him up. I didn't even think of it. I didn't even think twice about how he would feel, and that's on me as a viewer and as a conscious viewer. He didn't consent to this, and then he felt like everyone's like, oh, well, he went wrong with it, like it's his fault. I can imagine in this situation, you know, I'd feel the exact same way Seth did. He's like, I can either react to this situation as, you know, the angry black guy and fill that kind of archetype and in judgment that people always make towards, you know, African American men or women for that matter, or I can, you know, go along with it and pretend like it didn't bother me on film. And then, you know, he said, you know, what Seth said is that he went to Dobrik after and was like, hey, I'm not okay with this. Yeah. And I can feel, I can feel how mad Faith is going to be. He said,
I'm seething.
You know, Seth was like, I'm not okay with this. And then they did it again.
Are you fucking serious?
Actually.
There's a second video.
Are you fucking serious?
And the second video. And he went, okay. And Dobrik, okay. David, he always does this where he like sets up with this big prank, you know, a movie deal, you know, someone gets a commercial. So for Seth, it was like, oh, he landed this big commercial, and you know, David hired people. You know, Seth was supposed to get paid like $1,200 for this commercial. David hired like casting people, you know, a director, all this kind of stuff, and he casted Seth to, you know, it's going to be like this commercial about beef jerky where all these gorillas, which has racial connotations in the first place, are dancing around you and rubbing up on you sexually. And then one of them makes out with him. And guess who's in that one gorilla suit?
It's the 45-year-old man.
Jason Nash.
That's
the 45-year-old man. That is so fucked.
That's fucked
really
up.
fucked up.
And, you know, Seth said he reached out to David. And David was like, I don't want to take down the videos. Can I pay you?
Are you serious?
What?
Really?
And they're supposed to be friends.
That's...
Wow.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. You can be a David Dobrik stan, but when I heard this, you're done to me. You're dead.
That's really fucked up.
Okay.
Like...
So, like... The first...
It makes him... I think the reason why people... Sorry, Faith, you can speak in 1 second. I'm just going to say, I think the reason why people like David so much is because he seems so human. It seems like you're friends with him, right? When I, you know, put some thought into it and heard what Seth said, Dobrik seemed so fake and not human anymore. And just like everyone else. And I think, like, that's important that people see that. Sorry, Faith, you can go now.
I'm still just seething, like... It's one thing to do it once and then, you know, not learn from it, but continue to do it again, but even worse. Like, taking it to a whole new level of offensive, of violating, of absolute bullshit. That's not a friend. Who needs friends like that, right? Who needs enemies when you have friends like that? Like, that's... Ugh, like, that's... I can't fathom.
Yeah. I'm so done with it. And you know what? I mean, this is nothing to do with the Seth situation. My heart really goes out to him because he's talking about it. And I can only imagine how hard it is as, you know, a young African-American man who already goes through so much in his life, you know, just because of his skin color. I'm sure he went through so many things in life to then have your friends be racist to you and then be SA'd by a 45-year-old man without your consent and have it on film. And this video, I mean, it's still up. It's still up for sure.
Power report that shit. Flag that shit. Like
millions and millions and millions of views. And you know what? I'm so done with David Dobrik after his most recent video he posted. And you know what? I know this sounds stupid because this is totally not related, but people were shitting on Jaclyn Hill a couple weeks ago for Jaclyn Hill gets a lot of flack for only posting when she's going to release something on her makeup line. So like she'll disappear for a long time, and then, you know, when she wants to sell something, that's when she'll post a video. 1 minute, let me pull up the exact David Dobrik 2. So I don't really subscribe to David Dobrik anymore. I need to unsubscribe because I'm lazy. I don't watch his videos. I mean, not that he posts, but he posted for the first time in like 9 months. I mean, it was on his second channel. Let me see when the last time he posted was. He hasn't posted on his main channel in about 9 months. David Dobrik posted on his second channel for the first time in 3 months. And he did the same goddamn thing that Jaclyn Hill does, and he gets nothing. He posted, you know, I bought a new house, and the whole video is him showing off this, like, mansion. But it's so, it's so boring. Just him showing off this mansion, and then it's, like, 2 minutes in, it's a brand deal.
Oof.
Like, you know this man is only posting literally to sell things. And 2 videos before that was ad for his new perfume. Like, every other influencer gets so much shit for doing this,
especially females,
for only posting for brand deals, especially females, for only posting for money and all that kind of stuff, when this is literally what David Dobrik is doing too. And he's being racist and essaying people, and as soon as someone talks back to him and says, I'm not comfortable with this, they're out of the videos. It's so insane. And I'm so tired of it. And you know what? Like, I just have no words for my frustration with this YouTuber that I don't know, just because I know that so many kids are watching him and so many kids look up to him. Like his most recent video, the one where it's about his new house, and it's just a brand deal, 11 million views in 1 week.
Are you serious?
11 million.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
He's still getting 11 million views. He's still not talking about the essay allegations, about, you know, the disrespect he has towards race, all that kind of stuff is nothing said. Black lives still matter.
Fucking right.
Essay still matters. Black lives that deal with essay still matter. I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of,
This is 2021. And we're still stuck in this goddamn cycle of people making jokes out of things that they really should not. And it's not...
And not showing any remorse. Like, he never said, you know, he should have talked to Seth about it first and made sure he was comfortable, you know, if any jokes were being made. And if Seth said, no, I think that's racially insensitive, okay, it's gone. Because, you know, maybe...
He was entirely
he just wanted
content
and he didn't know. But
there's no excuse to be that insensitive.
There's no excuse.
Especially after the first time he had come forward and said, hey, I don't like this. To go out and do it again
No, and the the essay. I didn't say it, YouTube. I didn't say it.
You said sex.
The essay. The essay is never okay.
It's never okay.
Ever. I have no excuse for that. You got consent for him to make out with a really pretty blonde girl. You never got consent for him to make out with a 45-year-old man who has so many essay allegations, who has so many allegations of making people uncomfortable, of flirting with underage girls. Like, it's in the videos. Like, this 45-year-old man is going to frat houses. That's creepy.
That's creepy as shit.
I've been to a frat house. If I saw a 45-year-old man in the frat house, I would be like, ew. I don't care if he's the nicest guy in the world. That makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's really fucking weird.
So, I mean, that's the photo I sent. So, in the group chat, Jason Nash is the one on the right for you guys.
If he walks up to me with hair like that, bitch is gonna get hit. I'm sorry.
I'm kind of getting Bruno Mars vibes from the hair. Like when Bruno Mars is not wearing a hat.
We need to put a fucking hat on it then. Like,
we need to put an end to it is what we need.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that you sent the nipple lipstick swatches.
Now we're back to James Charles.
We're back to James Charles could not stay out of my mouth.
At first it was James Charles's feet, and now we're at James Charles's nipples. Hey guys, this is the Empty Podcast.
Hi guys,
James
welcome
Charles
to the Start,
titties.
Middle, and Empty. All right, we will be closing up soon. I'm not gonna have time for our Reaper reviews this week, but I'll just save it for next week. Y'all are gonna get some good stuff.
A little treat for later.
A little treat, a little something to keep you hanging. And now we're going to talk about something a little closer to home that I know usually we stick around 40 minutes, 50 minutes for a podcast episode, but
we're definitely
we might go a little over today. Yeah, we're definitely stretching it because it needs to be talked about. And so Faith is going to take the reins now.
All right.
And give us a little tidbit.
So I have tried to educate myself quite a bit on what's going on with the subject. However, I have been unable to find any reliable sources on the subject at all. Anyone outside of Canada, actually anyone inside Canada probably doesn't know about this happening because it's far up north.
I don't know about it.
In Yellowknife, there are indigenous peoples, of course. And this one group, group of indigenous people, I believe they're called the Yellowknife Dean. I could be totally butchering the shit out of that, and I'm very sorry if anyone's hearing that. Please educate me. I am just a white person who has no idea what the fuck they're doing, so please educate me.
Please help us. We are white.
Help us, please.
We need help.
But from what I have been alerted of, from someone on TikTok, thank you at Porterfield LOL for making this video and whatnot. I will probably put a link for you guys so you guys can see it. I believe that there is a giant mine in Yellowstone. Of course, Canada's got a huge record of abusing the shit out of their indigenous peoples because that's the only thing that we know how to do.
Welcome to Canadian history class.
Seriously, we can condemn the United States for all of their racist bullshit, and we would still shoot any indigenous group as much as we possibly can, as long as we can get some economic benefit off of it, which is bullshit.
I think it's actually important for me to note, we do not learn anything about indigenous culture or indigenous history in history class. You learn 2.2 seconds about is it boarding schools?
I think so, yeah.
In which they were really tortured.
A 1 day.
Yeah, it's a 1 day thing, which is just a tragedy in my eyes, and I wish I learned more, and I want to learn more.
Abysmal.
It's insane.
It's
Canada is one of the
darkest histories.
Darkest histories. And we have a genocide upon our own people, upon our indigenous people. And I know people don't like the word genocide, but that is exactly what it is.
Yeah.
From missing and murdered indigenous women to, the different biases within the policing system, within the government,
within the regular people.
Amount of indigenous peoples that are unlawfully incarcerated is horrifying. And we went to a high school with a pretty
hefty population.
Yeah.
A pretty hefty population of Indigenous peoples. And, I mean, in my experience, they didn't really like the white people. And you know what? I don't fucking blame them.
Mm-hmm. I would go back and let them stomp my head in, honestly. I know I didn't do anything particularly that I know of, but I would let them use me as a goddamn effigy if they ever needed it.
Like
there's
this
no
is
excuse for Canada.
How bad it is, though, right? Like, I count as the Indigenous community, and I don't know a lot about it.
Exactly.
I didn't get taught any of this in school, right? I tried to, and I was actually denied classes.
Are you, sorry, Will, are you half?
Eighth. My dad was a quarter, his mom is half.
Okay.
Yeah.
But still, sorry, Faith, you were talking about Yellowknife. So in the mines in Yellowknife,
let's get back
there's
on track
chemicals.
Yeah, there's chemicals in this mine. I believe it's called arsenic trioxide. It's a global humanitarian issue. And I believe that the Canadian government is still trying to mine up there. I believe, from what I've managed to research, basically off of CBC, which is kind of unreliable because it's basically a white-ass news station who don't really cover any Indigenous issues. From what I've learned, I guess they were supposed to be making a deal on this with the Yellowknife Dean or Den. I'm still so sorry. But it's just been getting, the typical Canadian thing. We say that we're going to do one thing, but we do the other thing because that's just our government. And
I think I actually know a little bit about the chemical situation with the mining because a lot of people don't know this about Canada because, we're forward thinking and we have such a great environment. Bullshit.
Okay.
We suck. Canadian governments suck. We don't care about the environment. The only thing they care about is making money and, starving the population of a proper living in a lot of terms for Indigenous peoples.
We're like America Junior.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
This is not something that's just happening in our own country. This is something that's happening in a multitude of first world countries in central to southern America, and we have gone in, we have mined, and then they use this chemical to mine that causes a lot of, I can't remember what the chemical is. You said it or something like that.
Arsenic trioxide.
But yeah. So not only is it obviously poisonous, it's arsenic. It also causes a lot of birth defects. It causes the wildlife to obviously be affected if it is mixed. But you have to realize they use it for mining. So it is put into the mountain. It is used in the mountain. And therefore it gets put into the ecosystem. And for example, a lot of the times what they do is, let's say they're not mining. I learned about this in university, and they had closed this mine for 30, 50 years. And they left the arsenic, and they left it in metal barrels in shipping containers and stuff like that. And it starts to corrode, and it starts to seep out. And then the whole ecosystem is ruined. Once it gets into the water, it ruins the whole ecosystem. It ruins the lakes. It ruins the plants.
Which not only
ruins the people.
Exactly.
It ruins the food sources. You have to realize Indigenous people still hunt and fish. So that's their main source of food. So when we pollute their water and their land, we pollute their animals, their food sources. We're over here last year complaining about E. coli poisoning. These people, these Indigenous peoples that are so integral to Canadian history and Canadian culture, have to struggle in what is a third world country every day.
Some of the
every single day.
Some of the Indigenous reservations that we do have in Canada, they are so underfunded. Some of them are still in a boiling water advisory. They are much worse than Flint, Michigan, which, by the way, still doesn't have clean water. These are places that have never seen any actual support from the Canadian government, despite being told that they would. there has been so many different problematic issues from the Canadian government in terms of providing and keeping their promises to the Indigenous folks of Canada, the place that, you know, we ravaged and fucking took from them and murdered them for. It's this huge...
Disgusting.
It's fucking disgusting.
So I would really, I mean, we brought this up not only to teach, but to learn on our side as well. You know, please tweet us, anything. We are happy to talk with you. You can message us. We will message you back and forth. We are happy to listen. We want to teach. We want to learn, but we also want people to, if you're passionate and you know someone who's affected, or even if you feel emotionally affected by this story, you know, you have compassion, you have empathy for the First Nation or Indigenous peoples of Canada, there are a multitude of ways you can support online, even just supporting over TikTok.
Exactly.
And leaving, you know, a comment that is like, I'm open to this, how can I help, on people's pages. Like, we just need to spread more positivity towards Indigenous peoples. I think we have to do so much more than that.
It's such a delayed...
If you want to do...
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, if you want to do your absolute bare minimum, just find Indigenous peoples on the internet and support them and say, how can I help? What can I do?
Yeah, just
it's the same thing as on TikTok, you know, liking videos of, you know, Black small business.
Exactly.
Videos of Black people, videos of African Americans, to support that community, to say, hey, internet, I want to hear more about this. These are people that are important to me.
Like, go on fucking Reddit. You can find so many different sources on Reddit for people who can actually like talk to you and educate you and help you to learn. I know Reddit's a really shitty place, but at the same time, it's still populated with people who can help you learn and be educated. And you can always decide for yourself what information you feel is the most accurate and has the most evidence for any kind of opinion that you want to form. It's so important to educate yourself and check your sources. Please check your sources.
Oh, God, yeah.
And if you're racist, fuck off!
Seriously?
That's the way I want to end that. It's just, go fuck yourself. That's not welcome here.
All right, well.
Okay,
I think that
sorry,
was a
guys.
really strong ending for it. I really, you know.
I know. I'm sorry. We had to.
We needed to. Yeah, we needed to talk about it.
We can talk about shipping Bernie and James. They're little. Okay, wait.
We can judge James Charles'
the podcast
feet
very soon. I'm gonna let people simmer on that. We're gonna end the podcast with one. I have one question for you two.
Yep.
Oh God. Okay, hit me with it.
If it's math, I can't do it.
Oh God, yeah. Don't ask me a math question.
Sorry, I'm choking on the thought of this.
Choke on my numbers, daddy.
What would James and Bernie name their child?
Oh God. Pussy bop.
Lord, let me see here. I feel like James would I feel like he'd be really adamant on picking the name.
I feel like he'd want something so stupid.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, I'm thinking, like...
Jackson
with 3 X's?
Girl?
Blossom, but with a BLOSSUM.
Spelled in a really convoluted way.
A blossom.
God.
And that's
calling his kid for dinner.
A boy.
Screaming like that.
Sister Blossom, dinner's ready. Sister, the steak is ready. And Bernie would be like, God fucking damn it.
James Charles would be that housewife wearing nothing but the apron.
So I feel like now, if they're together though, if they are, it's got to be like a
Bernie
sugar
would reel
daddy
him?
situation, right? Oh, Bernie's definitely the top.
Wait, did I say Bernie or Biden before?
I think we said Biden. Did you do it again? You did it again.
I just got Bernie on the brain.
I mean, what's a Bernie, Biden, James Charles threesome, right?
Okay, maybe they have, a little bit of a...
I need to bleep.
Sometimes like Biden and James are just like, yeah, it's fine in bed
James
and whatever, but
piece.
like sometimes
James
you
is
gotta
a side
hit
piece
Biden
for
up.
Biden.
So if anyone in the audience can give me a recipe for some brain bleach, that'd be nice.
I think that's a great way to end the podcast is brain bleach.
Brain bleach.
Wait, Will, I did not just beep. Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed.
You
Will,
did
do you
just
have a
beep.
name? I'm sorry.
I really enjoyed Blossom. It was gonna be something like Ivy or something along those lines. Like,
Oh my god, Ivy Graham instead of Instagram.
I
feel
would
like he'd
fucking
do something.
slap James Charles. I'm sorry, so fucking hard.
It would be Tina Talk.
Oh my god, but like writing that down for my child's name.
Tina Talk. All right. Thank you, everyone, for listening. I hope you laughed with us. You thought with us. You hated us. We served. Just kidding.
Oh, you can hate
and
I really hope they stayed this long.
Oh my god, if you stayed this long, I'm giving you a 5 out of 5 on Wiki Feet. You can expect it.
Link your Wiki Feet in the Twitter. We'll 5
Link
stars.
your Wiki Feet in the comments or tweet it at us. Send me a video on TikTok. We're also on TikTok, at the Empty Podcast. You can see my face, and please don't comment on it. Woo! I'm so quirky. Please don't ruin my self-esteem. That's fine. Regardless. Before I forget, we are now available on, I believe, all major podcasting networks. If not, we're working on it.
Oh my God.
Obviously, YouTube. We're now on Spotify. I believe we're on Apple Podcasts.
TapTapes.
If not, we are waiting. Yeah, we're waiting to be approved on Apple Podcasts. I think Google Podcasts we're on.
TapTapes.
We're on TapTapes. Yeah, we're on TapTapes. All the good apps. If you want us on any other apps, let us know. I will definitely put us on there.
We are live.
All right. I am your host, Rebecca Marlene, or Beep Boop X.
I'm your host, Will.
And I'm Faith.
Stay empty.
Stay safe.
Bye.
Bye, sisters.